Oh boy. It's gonna need a bath. Alright guys, super excited. I am on my way to pick up the new lift. So at the old garage I had a 4-post lift. I just ordered a 2-post. Last time I had to wait like 5 months to get it. This time it was within a week. So I'm on my way to go pick it up. I've got the F250 right now, and I've got the flatbed behind me. Today is the end of May. I think today's the 20th. I want to say it's the 20th today. And we're driving along up the mountain, and it is 32 degrees outside. It's a little bit of sleet, a little bit of hail, a little bit of rain, a little bit of, what do you call it when the snow freezes? Not hail, because it's still white, but it's like little, I forget what it's called, but we're going to get the lift put on the trailer, turn around, and hopefully get all the way home, and figure out how to get it off the trailer. That's going to be the kicker. That was the kicker with the 4-post lift, was getting it off the trailer. And I think that's going to be the same problem, because I think this weighs about the same. According to the shipper, this is going to weigh about 1,700 pounds. So obviously I'm not that manly. So we might get creative. We'll see. Anywho, I'm going to try and pay more attention to the road, because this is fairly adverse conditions. So I'll update you shortly. Maybe I didn't mention it either, but this is like noon right now. It is lunchtime, and it looks like it's early morning slash evening. There's no sun out whatsoever. All laugh at me later, but right now I'm about to drive through a whole bunch of mud. I'd rather have these locked in now while I'm on pavement than later when my 2-wheel drive decides it ain't gonna work out. So those are now locked in. Plus, not to mention, with locking those in, I just did the bearings last weekend. Because the axle shaft on the driver's side had seized into the bearing, and you know what? I haven't even locked. I probably just looked super awkward. It felt awkward. But since I've replaced the hubs, I haven't actually locked them in and driven yet. So all the grease that I packed inside those needle bearings has not had a chance to move. So I'm gonna lock them in now. Probably won't need them. In fact, I highly doubt I need them locked in, but this will get the grease that I packed in there moving and setting and all that stuff, and so it should be good. And then if I do need them, I just switch into 4-wheel drive. I don't have to get my foot boots all muddy to go lock in the hubs. So laugh at me what you want. Some people actually run with their hubs locked all winter long up here. There's nothing wrong with it, I don't think. In fact, it helps keep things moving, keeps the needle bearings on the hub moving. So not a bad thing. So anyway, I'm locked in just in case now. Now we hit the dirt slash mud slash whatever this is going to be. That's why I locked in the hubs, because we've got about a mile of this or more to do. And looks like it could be a little slippery. Looks like it's pretty frozen, so it shouldn't be muddy, but slippery maybe. Oh boy. It's gonna need a bath. We're gonna need a bath. My straps are gonna need a bath. Everything is gonna need a bath, but we got her loaded and on our way home. Looks like my mirror is growing a boogie. Anyway, it continues to snow. I'm gonna get home, wash this off, and then we're gonna see if we can't figure out how to get this unloaded. My boogie's still there. That's just funny. The booger is growing a friend. A little one. A little brother. A little brother booger. Woo! Now the fun part of unloading. So I just grabbed a bite with my farm jack, off-road jack, high lift jack, whatever you want to call it, jack, just to get this high enough to slide my four-wheel dollies under. I did this on each side. Be very careful when you do this. Here in a second I'll show you just one way this can go wrong. These jacks are very dangerous. They can fail in multiple ways. They are not typically to be used for daily activities. So over here, for example, I'm just moseying about, grabbing it, and wow, yeah, so the rubber-coated handle just falls off. My bad, shouldn't have been grabbing it from there and lifting up, but you know, that could put you in a bad situation if you're not paying attention, or if your fingers are below the slide rather than above like mine were. So be careful how you use it. Think safe, think ahead, think during, think behind. We're just going to lift this, get both sides up on these dollies. These are 1,000-pound dollies from, I think I bought these ones at Lowe's actually. They work out pretty good. Now I'm just going to jump in the truck, and I'm going to pull the trailer forward out of the garage so that as I slide this thing down, if I can figure out how to do that, I'm not going to run out of room. I'm going to bring this ramp down, and no, I did not see my little boy there, and I'm pretty sure he was pretty worried about my butt in his face for a second. This thing is 1,700 pounds. It's on some small wheels on these dollies right now, but it is movable. Not very easy, but it was movable. I just manhandled it the best I could and made sure I looked as awkward as I could while doing it. Pretty much just throwing all 220 pounds of raw fat I have to do it. Once I got the angle iron, the stand for it, on the pavement, I just jumped back in the truck and pulled forward to get the rest of it off. And here in just a second, you're going to watch me almost die. Continuing on, after I had this somewhat on solid ground, I went ahead and jumped in the truck and pulled the trailer a little bit more forward to pretty much just keep myself from having to work any more than I had to. Plus, I had no idea how else to get this off. This actually worked surprisingly well. I kind of assumed both these dollies would be garbage after this, but they held up fantastic. The only thing they haven't held up to so far is the 1-ton axles with 35s. They've bent when I put those on there. So here I'm just trying to get this stupid thing over this lip into the garage. There's a little, you know, half-inch lip, and yeah, I just couldn't quite push it over, but I did try, trust me. That's just 1,700 pounds up.
Maybe.
Victory! 220 pounds of raw fat. Pushing power. That's it for this video. Next video. Actually, I don't know where we're at for this video. This is the end or beginning of another one video or the end of another. We'll assemble it on this one or the next one. I don't know. Either way, there you go, eat more Wheaties. See you next time.